and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. Today I am back out here inside of the garden, as you all can see. Now I know you all may be wondering, hey, what it is that you're doing here, Mr. Humble. Now, if you all remember, in the previous video we was talking about seeds. And so what we're pretty much doing here, guys, we are terminating this particular brassicas right here, because we have so much different varieties of brassicas here on the homestead, and quite a bit of them is actually starting to go to seed, guys. And because we don't want all of our brassicas to cross-pollinate, and we won't get any good quality seeds, so what I'm actually doing, I am terminating this particular brassicas right here that I can't even remember the name of the plant that I planted right here. Okay, I do know that we have the curly kale over here and also some mustard planted over there. Now, some of that mustard is starting to go to seed, but I don't want to terminate them just as yet, because I do want to come on in and harvest some of those greens, because they're just looking so beautiful, guys. Okay, so we're going to harvest out this green right here, and we're going to tarp it. Okay, what that tarp is going to do, it's going to go ahead and solarize that green, breaking it back down into the soil, therefore putting back the nutrients that it pulled out all throughout the fall, the winter, and now we are here in spring, guys. Okay, so this is just one row of the brassicas that I'm going to go ahead and terminate. And yes, some of that greens, because it looks so good, we're going to go ahead and serve some of that greens on up to the chickens. And yes, we also do have right on over here, we do have some more greens that we have to also terminate, guys, which is our purple top mustard. Okay, because yes, that is also starting to go to seed as well. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now, I am going to go ahead and get back to it, and I'm going to go ahead now and just start to take out all the rest of that greens right there, guys. So come on along and let's go. And also with this cover crop right here, guys, as I am going through, there's very little weeds that grew up with this greens right here. And it's because it was planted so tightly together. Okay. And so basically, as you all see, what it is that I'm doing is just pretty much chopping and dropping. Okay. Also, what I will do with these beds right here, once this breaks down, I will come back on in with some compost, guys, and lay all out on the top of these beds. Now, from what I'm seeing here with this ground, it is compacted just a little bit, but it's not heavily compacted. So I probably will come on in with my broad fork and just kind of break it just a little bit. I won't be tilling it, just breaking it with my broad fork before I put my compost down. Like these brassicas right here. So these brassicas right here, guys, they have very shallow root system. Their roots don't go out like other plants, such as if you was planting okra that have roots that like to go down. But with these brassicas, because their root system is so shallow, my compost that I'm bringing in, I can just throw it on the top. And if I'm planting back brassicas, I can just go ahead and plant right on top of that compost. But if I'm going to be planting something that need space to go down, such as like carrots, of that nature, I would probably want to come on in and break that dirt so that way that carrot can penetrate further on down, because it is of course a root crop. All right, so that is just one of the things with this soil right here that we have to keep in mind whenever we come on in to plant or even come on in to work the soil. So if I'm planting carrots, I know I need to come in and break it. But if I'm planting brassicas, I don't necessarily have to break that soil. I can just throw my compost on and go ahead and plant right away. All right, so just go ahead, guys. Stay tuned. Let me go ahead and knock the rest of this right here on out, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, and so when I speak about shallow root system for our brassicas, that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. So hey, just keep that in mind if you're planting in a no-till bed and you don't really have enough compost to put in your no-till bed. If you're planting brassicas, you can get away with it. If you're planting beets, you can get away with it. But hey, if you're going to be planting carrots or anything of that nature, you would want to make sure you put right, break that soil. You don't necessarily have to. If you've been putting compost on top of your no-till beds for years, you don't necessarily have to. But with me coming in and just starting out, I have to build this no-till bed, guys. So if you're planting that carrot on a fresh no-till bed, you would want to come on in it with at least you know 4 to 5 inches of compost on the top. Now it all depends on what variety of carrots you will be planting. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But that is what I mean when I said shallow root system. Okay, and as you all can see, I am right here at the finishing touch, guys. Okay, so now what I'm going to come on in and do is just cover this area right here, and it should be good to go. With coming in and covering it up, of course, that will help with terminating the weeds, and also help to break down all this brassicas right here, guys. All right, so we'll pretty much come on in with our tarp and cover it on up just like that. Now, of course, if you all notice, I will be needing some more tarp for the rest of this area, but I think I have enough because these tarps, they're pretty long, and so I just have to stretch from this end on over to the rest of that, and I should be able to cover this area right here. So go ahead and stay tuned. I will bring you all back on in once I go ahead and finish tarping this area right here, guys. Okay, guys, and so that right there is it. We just got through terminating all that brassicas that we had right here. Now I just have a little spot that I need to go ahead and finish covering up. Not a whole lot. I'll find me a little piece of tarp to throw in this area right here. But so far so good. Now of course, you know, the task is not finished for the day because I have to go ahead and terminate those purple top turnips as well, so that way we can have these beds right here ready, because before we know it we will be coming on out here to start planting. Okay. Of course, you know, that is one of the things is when you plant all these brassicas and you're trying to save seeds, guys, you end up sacrificing some of your space that you're supposed to be planting out in for the springtime, but that is totally fine. But nonetheless, that is pretty much it right there. I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there. Remember, you keep a smile on your face, you be happy, you be blessed, and you be cheerful. Until next time, we will catch you all in another video. Have a blessed day.